It's Politics Tonight. Welcome and thank you for joining us on the program, everyone. I am Olajumoke Olatoji. 39 Constitution Amendment Bills kill second reading at the House of Representatives. Tonight, our focus is on the Naira for crude sale as Dangote suspends sale of product in Naira. And I will be speaking with two guests. First is Dr. Vincent Nwani, who is an economist and investment specialist. And my second guest tonight is Omori Edogiawari, a startup business lawyer. Welcome to Politics Tonight, everyone. Stay with us. Thank you very much for staying with us. Now let's begin with some political development. The House of Reps has passed 39 constitution amendment bills for second reading. One of the bills seeks to make the recommendation of the National Judicial Council mandatory for the removal of heads of Nigerian courts from office. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
In an unprecedented move, the House passes 39 constitution amendment bills cutting across judiciary, legislature, security, and electoral reforms. What we're going to do today, considering the weather in the room and the urgency of pushing this to the Constitution Review Committee for them to study analysis, I will ask that the Leader of the House moves that we suspend our rules to have the second reading of all these bills.
House Leader Julius Ihonveri moves the motion for second reading.
HB 79, Francis Ejirogan Ewaive. HB 1212, Namdi Ezechi. HBs 1729 and 1730, Honorable Mansour Manoso.
A bill for an act to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to make the Court of Appeal the final appeal court in governorship, national and state houses of assembly election petitions and for related matters. Second reading.
One of the bills seeks to make the recommendation of the National Judicial Council NJC mandatory for the removal from office of heads of Nigerian courts. For legislative reforms, the bill to empower the Chief Justice of Nigeria to make proclamation for a new National Assembly also passes second reading. The House has also moved to provide for the establishment of state police and local government police as the bill passes second reading. A political party's registration and regulatory commission is also being considered. The bill was one of the 39 the House passed for second reading. Others include those seeking to provide 6 special seats for special interest groups, persons with disability, and gender equality in the composition of the Federal Character Commission. The bills have been referred to the Special Committee on Constitutional Review, chaired by the Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu, for further legislative action. Also at plenary, the House received the report of its Committee on Population on a bill seeking to repeal the National Identity Management Commission Act of 2007 and to provide for the establishment of a National Identity Database and the National Identity Management Commission. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
And to court matters, the presiding judge of the suit filed by the senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, Natasha Akpoti-Udoha, has recused himself from the case. Justice Obiora Egwatu of the Federal High Court Abuja had on March 10th adjourned proceedings to March 25th for all relevant processes to be served on parties. Celestina Iria reports.
The presidential task force set up by the federal government to tackle illegal dealings in petroleum products has had its hands very full. Less than 1 week after a similar appearance in court in Warri, Delta State, its special prosecution team is in Rivers State. The suspects are accused of vandalizing pipelines in Akukutoru local government area, but they pleaded not guilty to the charges against them. The team says the heightened tempo of these cases underscores.
At the day's proceedings, Justice Egwatu, in a short ruling, recused himself from the case and ordered that the case file be transferred to the Chief Judge for reassignment to another judge for the continuation. He noted that his recusal is as a result of rumors of bias against him. Senator Natasha had filed an application at the trial court for a mandatory injunction seeking to overturn the actions of the Senate that led to her suspension. Justice Egwatu had ordered that all applications would be taken together. Meanwhile, the President of the Senate has filed a motion before the Court of Appeal seeking leave of the court to appeal the decision of Justice Obiora Egwatu, where he held that all applications will be taken together, be application challenging jurisdiction or preliminary objection. If the Court of Appeal grants leave to the President of the Senate and a ruling is given in that regard one way or the other, that ruling will be binding on the new judge who takes over the case, despite the fact that the order was made by a judge who has now recused himself from the proceedings. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.
And still on court matters, the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt has ordered the remand of 9 suspects who are facing charges for illegal oil bunkering. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission arraigned them in court as the government moves to step up the fight against oil theft. Correspondent Uche Okoro reports.
The presidential task force set up by the federal government to tackle illegal dealings in petroleum products has had its hands very full. Less than 1 week after a similar appearance in court in Warri, Delta State, its special prosecution team is in Rivers State. The suspects are accused of vandalizing pipelines in Akukutoru local government area, but they pleaded not guilty to the charges against them. The team says the heightened tempo of these cases underscores government's zero tolerance for economic sabotage.
The 2-count charge was filed against them. Count 1 borders conspiracy, count 2 dealing, tampering with petroleum pipelines. The charge was read and explained to defendant, and all of them pleaded not guilty to the 2-count charge. And the matter will be adjourned to 6 and 7 date of May for hearing of the substantive case. And the defendant applied, the counsel to the defendant applied for an oral application for their bail, which the court refused and ordered them to come formally, and the court ordered them to be remanded at the Nigerian Correctional Center, Rivers State.
The prosecution's job is to prove its case against the suspects beyond reasonable doubt, but they lament certain practices by security agencies which pose a threat to securing convictions.
The proper thing to do when you arrest a suspect with exhibit, you have to protect the exhibit. What the essence of arresting them when you go ahead to destroy the exhibit? When you arrest suspect, you maintain exhibit.
14 additional suspects will be charged to court on the 4th of April 2025, bringing the total number of arraignments for related offences to 27 within 2 weeks.